There's a classic example of the Nile perch being introduced to Lake Victoria in Africa. And it's this big fish, very different than the other fish that existed there, that were much smaller, and it has very oily flesh. And it was introduced, and it was thought that the fishermen would benefit from that. But in fact, what happened was that it drove over 200 of these smaller species extinct, and it forced the fishermen to really rely on its meat. And they had formerly air dried the meat of the fish that they caught, but now this oilier fish couldn't be air dried, so they had to smoke it basically, or they had to dry it over fire. And so that meant that they had to cut down trees. And so that led to deforestation all around Lake Victoria that went farther and farther out, which led to erosion. And the erosion dumped a bunch of nutrients and soil into the lake, and that led to increased success of this invasive water hyacinth plant that clogged a lot of the surface of the lake, making it harder and harder to basically do transportation, to have any sort of boat travel or to fish on the lake. So there were all these knock-on consequences of one fish introduction. It's kind of amazing, and that just shifted the ecology and the economy of the area.